Okay, so I think this is clear now. So that is how, okay, now let's talk a little bit about the Sabba. I think it is in the Sabba Sutta. Yeah, there is a sutta called Sabba Sutta. Same question. Sabba Sabbati Uchati. The all is said. What does it mean by the all? So the all refers to the five aggregates, the Indriyas, six Indriyas, 12 Ayatanas, 18 Dhatus. This is all, you know, that make up the all. Okay. So when the Buddha is talking about the world and the all, when it says that you have to understand the causation, in relation to the world, in relation to all, is referring to a being's complete experience of things with his sense organs. Okay. Okay, now there are these 12 links formula of dependent origination. So we can probably briefly, become familiar with this. But as you have noticed probably, it is the theory that is very, very important. Imasming sati idang hoti, imas suppada idang uppajjati, imasming asati idang nahoti, imas niroda idang nirujjati. So these 12 links of dependent origination, this could be as one of the most popular, example following this theory of causation that is given in relation to one's existence in samsara. Okay, sometimes you would find the dependent origination theory is explained in terms of probably just 9 links. There could be differences in number. 12 links of dependent origination could be taken as a kind of a rounded, figure, and probably the complete one. And as Grace pointed out earlier, sometimes we find ignorance to be the main cause. Sometimes we find tanha to be the main cause. So different aspects are presented as important causes at different points in time. But we have to keep in mind that there is no first beginning. Even though avijja is mentioned here as a first factor, but it does not say that everything else is happening just because of avijja. Okay, it does not say that. Okay, it is because of one the other, and because of the other the first one as well. So you would find avijja paccaya sankara. Sometimes you may also find sankara paccaya avijja as well. See? Okay, let's go through this. Would like to read this passage? Maybe Mr. Chandra Kishore. You have been keeping silent for a long time. Louder. Yes. Did you find 12 links? Avijja paccaya sankara. So conditioned by avidya, there is sankhara, right? So avidya means ignorance. Sankhara, formations. Sankhara pachaya vijnanam. Conditioned by formations, there is consciousness. Vijnana pachaya nama rupam. So vijnana is the third one here, right? Conditioned by vijnana, there is nama rupa, name and form. Nama rupa pachaya salayatanam. This is the fourth one. Conditioned by nama rupa, there is salayatana, means six ayatana, six sense bases. Salayatana pachaya hasso. Conditioned by salayatana, there is contact. Hassa pachaya vedana. Conditioned by contact, there is feeling. Vedana pachaya tanha. Conditioned by feelings, there is craving. Tanha pachaya upadana. Conditioned by craving, there is attachment. Upadana pachaya bhavo. Conditioned by attachment, there is becoming. Bhava pachaya jati. Conditioned by becoming, there is birth. Jati pachaya jara maranang soka parideva dukkado manusupaya sa sambhavanti. Conditioned by birth, there is old age, death, sorrow, lamentation, and all forms of suffering that come to be. Eva metassa kevalassa dukkha kandassa samudayo hoti. It is in this particular way that all kinds of dukkha arises. Okay, avijja is 1, sankhara 2, vijnana 3, nama rupa 4, salayatana 5, phassa is the 6th, vedana 7th, tanha 8th, upadana 9th, bhava 10th, jati 11th. Where is the 12th one? I think I missed one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Why I find only 11?
I count 12.
Yes, 12, teacher. The 12 is dukkha kandasa.
The 12 is Charamarana.
Ah, yeah, this one I'm not counting, that is why. This is 12. Yeah, I think my mind is not working properly for some reason. This is anuloma. Anuloma means in order. Okay, this is patiloma. Patiloma means in the reverse order. Okay, anuloma and patiloma. Avijjaya toeva asesa viraga nirodha sankara nirodho. When there is no avijja, avijjaya toeva asesa viraga nirodha. Completely when even the viraga is also ceased to exist together with avijja, then there is no sankhara formations. Sankhara nirodha vijnana nirodho. When there is no sankhara, there is no vijnana. Vijnana nirodha namarupa nirodho. With the cessation of vijnana, there is no namarupa. Namarupa nirodha salayatana nirodho. With the cessation of namarupa, there is no salayatana. Salayatana nirodha phassa nirodho. With the cessation of salayatana, there is no phassa. Phassa nirodha vedana nirodho. With the cessation of contact, there is no feelings. Vedana nirodha tanha nirodho. Tanha nirodha upadana nirodho. Upadana nirodha bhava nirodho, bhava nirodha jati nirodho, jati nirodha jara maranam soka parideva dukkado manasupayasa nirucchanti. Eva metassa kevalassa dukkha khandansa nirodho. So if one ceases to exist, the other also ceases to exist. And in the process, there is cessation of extinction of all kinds of suffering. Several important points may be made concerning this 12 links. The cycle of dependent origination is explained above, is usually called the wheel of becoming or the wheel of rebirth, and it covers 3 distinct lifetimes: ignorance, avijja, and volitional formations, that is sankhara. Where is Grace? Comprise 1 lifespan: consciousness, vijnana, to becoming; bhava, comprise another lifespan; and birth, jati, and aging and death, jara marana, along with sorrow, lamentation, etc., comprise a 3rd lifespan. By determining the middle interval, consciousness to becoming, as the present life, the 3 stages containing 12 factors can be connected to 3 periods of time. So this is how they are explained traditionally in the Theravada tradition, the 12 links of Paticca in terms of 3 lifespan: ignorance and volitional formations belonging to past life, vijnana namarupa, vijnana namarupa, salayatana, passa, vedana, tanha, upadana, and bhava belonging to present life, jati, jara, marana, soka, parideva, etc., belonging to future life. So this is the traditional way of explaining things, but you would find people saying that even within this single lifetime, you experience all this. Okay, so even, for example, Venerable Buddhadasa of Thailand, he says that every single moment you are dying and being reborn, so it should be understood even as momentarily occurring phenomena. You see, so there are different explanations attached to the 12 links of Paticca Samuppada. In this three life division, the present life is considered the principal period of time. The relationship of the past to the present is only viewed in the light of causal factors. The result manifesting in the present are traced back to the causes in the past. Past causes, present results. Similarly, the view to the future pertains to results. Present causes are linked to the future results. Present causes, future results. Therefore, only the present contains both results and causes. This relationship of cause and effect can be depicted as 4 stages: past causes, present result, present causes, past, future result. So in the present, you have result and causes, both aspects. While in some way we are connected to our past lives and past, actions, karmic formations, and everything, we are also creating something new that are becoming causes for the future life. Right? It is not responding. Mm. Okay, so but let's try to explore more about the theory of dependent origination in relation to Four Noble Truths. Okay, so rather than going into the theories, we just focus on the Four Noble Truths and probably discuss a little bit about the Noble Eightfold Path. Okay, so this you would find in the Dhamma Cakkappavattana Sutta. It appears in the Mahavagga, the Vinaya Pitaka as well. Idang dukkang dukkha samudayang dukkha nirodhagamini patipada arya sacchanti me bhikkhave ubbe ananusutesu dhammesu chakkung udapadi jnanang udapadi panya udapadi vijja udapadi aloko udapadi. This is the noble truth of suffering, the origin, the cessation, and the path leading to the cessation of suffering that have not been heard before, regarding which vision arose in me, knowledge arose in me, wisdom arose in me, gnosis arose in me, light arose in me. Okay, this is how the Buddha expressed his understanding of Four Noble Truths with regard to each of the Four Noble Truths. So this represent that the Buddha had an all-rounded knowledge about these truths, right? Chakkung udapadi, jnanang udapadi, panya udapadi, vijja udapadi, aloko udapadi. In a way, they are just synonyms, right? Chakku means vision, jnana, knowledge, panya, wisdom, vijja, also knowledge, aloko, light. So this expression seems to suggest that he had a very deep and clear, all-rounded understanding of these truths. And this is how he expressed. And similarly, just like the Paticca Samuppada, dependent origination, Paticca Samuppada Idapacheta. He said that it is because of not understanding and not realizing these four things that I, disciples, as well as you, had to wander so long through this round of rebirths. Okay, so he made kind of a similar statement, just as Paticca Samuppada, when he said that it is because of not understanding the theory of causality that we have been going through the samsara and experiencing the pain. In the same way, he said that it is because of not understanding the Four Noble Truths that We had to be in the samsara. As long as the absolutely true knowledge and insight as regards these Four Noble Truths was not quite clear in me, so long was I not sure that I had won that supreme enlightenment, which is unsurpassed in all the world, with its heavenly beings, evil spirits and gods, amongst all the host of ascetics and priests, heavenly beings, and man. Basically in all the three loka, kama loka, rupa loka, arupa loka. Okay, Buddha is saying that as long as I was not quite sure about my understanding of this Four Noble Truth, so long as I did not make a move to, teach them to others. So he was reviewing his own enlightenment experience with regard to the Four Noble Truths. So this is first noble truth. I think we have discussed it in our Pali class. Jatipi dukkha, jarapi dukkha, vyadipi dukkho, maranampi dukkhang, apiyehi sampayogo dukkho, piyehi vipayogo dukkho, yampichang na lavati kampi dukkhang, sankitena panchupadana kanda dukkha. This is how he defined suffering on three levels. These are basic suffering that we all have to go through. No choice, right? Jati, jara, vyadi, marana. This depend on people. Okay. Apiyehi sampayogo dukkho. Coming in contact with unpleasant is suffering. But if you can go beyond pleasant and unpleasant feeling, then it will not trouble you anymore. Okay. So desiring what, not getting what one desire is suffering. But now we are living in a world where we are all the time, troubled by this so many new things, material things, electronic gadgets, and so many different things that people are, attached to the usage of all these things. You buy one thing today, after 1 month you want to buy another one. So this is our desire, and if you cannot buy it, you feel suffering. There is no satisfaction to desire. Sankitena panchupadana kanda dukkha. In brief, as long as there is attachment to five aggregates, there is suffering. So, talking so much about suffering, it seems like Buddhism is a pessimistic philosophy, right? Only talks about suffering, right? But it is not so. What it tries to tell us is that you need to accept the fact that there is suffering. You need to understand that there is a cause for suffering. If you do not understand the severity of suffering, and if you cannot find out the cause, there is no way out of it. Yeah. So we are talking about five aggregates. So we come to know about the five aggregates slowly. First of the five aggregates is aggregate of form. So it is consisted of 4 primary elements, Mahadhatu, and 24 secondary elements. They are called derived matter, Upadaya Rupa. The primary elements are Patavi, Apo, Tejo, Vayu, earth, water, fire, and air. They are primary elements. Earth element, the solid element of one's own or external. And what is one's own solid element? Whatever in one's own person or body there exists of karmically acquired hardness, firmness, such as the hairs of the head and body, nails, teeth, skin, flesh, sinews, bones, marrow, kidneys, heart, liver, diaphragm, spleen, lungs, stomach, bowels, mesentery, excrement, and so on. This is called one's own solid element. Right? So this is an explanation of one's own solid element. The similar things of others are external solid element. So if you have developed neutral feeling towards your own body through the practice of, for example, Kaya Anupassana or Asubha Bhavana and so on, you do not find anything attractive in others' body as well. Okay, that is how you become free from attachment to some extent, right? Any question? Feeling bored? Okay, so this is about earth element, fluid and heat. Fluid element refers to whatever in one's own person or body there exists of karmically acquired liquidity or fluidity, such as bile, phlegma, pus, blood, sweat, fat, tears, skin grease, saliva, nasal mucus, oil of the joints, urine, and so on. This is called one's own fluid element. Heating element refers to whatever in one's own person or body there exists of karmically acquired heat or hotness, such as that whereby one is heated, consumed, scorched, whereby that which has been eaten, drunk, chewed, or tasted is fully digested, so on. This is called one's own heating element. Wind. Vibrating, windy element refers to what in one's own person or body there exists of karmically acquired wind or windiness, such as the upward going and downward going winds, the winds of stomach and intestines, the wind permeating all the limbs, in breathing and out breathing and so on. This is called one's own vibrating element or windy element.
Yes, I would like to say that you mentioned the fourth element as air.
Yeah.
And this is usual, this is common, but at the same time in the Datuvibhanga Sutta, when the fourth element is explained, it's like a synonym of movement and vibration. So should be wind more than air.
Yeah, vibration. Yeah, windy and vibration of the body. So this is what it is. Okay, Grace? Not a pleasant sight.
No, I think it's very similar to the sixth theory in the in the India.
India. No, there are significant differences. You are talking about some of the samanas we studied earlier.
Yeah, earlier.
There are some similarities in terms of understanding a being, in terms of elements, but they just keep their philosophy or their thoughts within that. You see, we did not come across any practices they proposed, to be free from the samsaric journey or to understand this samsaric world to be, a painful world and so on, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think in the Kayanupassana, all these things are mentioned. There is a section called 32 parts of body. 31 actually. One is added later, so 32. Atimasmin kaye kesa loma naka danta. You remember? Tacho mangsa naharo attimijja Wakang hadayang yakanang kilo makang pihakang papasang antang antagunang udariyang karisang matang matalunggang. I forgot, there is a verse mentioning all the 32 parts, body parts. They are divided into these 4 different portions here. Okay, so we had to learn all these things when we were novice monks long ago, long time back in the temple, even though we did not really understand at that time, but we had to participate in classes and memorize all these things. But I realized that now I'm forgetting a lot of things. Yeah. Yes.
Like in the Buddhist medicine, this list is also important because we understand like the structure of the body is compounded by earth and water, and the other 2 elements like heat and wind make a kind of energy part of the body because they have to do with their functions. Like heat is transformation and winds are vibration and movement. So they are listed in the earth element, 20 components, and under the water elements are 12. And those are the 32.
I see. Yeah. Yeah, in the, I think, medical science also, in the Ayurveda and so on, these things are important because you need to know the body parts, how they are functioning, you see. and then you can come up with how you want to maintain them or treat a particular disease. Yeah, I think I found the verse here. Attimasmin kaye kesa loma nakadanta tacho mangsang naharo atti attiminja. Wakang hadayang yakanang kilo makang pihakan papas ngam tangam tagunang. Udaryang karisang pitang semhang popo lohitang sedo medo. Asuvasa kelo singa nikala sika mutante. 32. Some say that Mattalunga, brain, is added later. For example, Bhikkhu Analayo, he says it is not mentioned in the main body of literature, it is added later. So these are the elements. When you do Kaya Gata Sati, you reflect on this. Okay. So, yeah, I think, yes.
Excuse me, teacher. Just now I saying that one extra part of the human is brain, and so how about the animal and non-animal? Non-animal haven't brain.
Yeah.
But it also consists of the four aggregates. So sorry.
You see, that is a completely different discussion. There are different types of indriya. Sometimes, for example, those vegetation and so on, there's a description that says that they have a certain kind of feeling as well, you see. So probably not fully developed like human being and so on, or animals, you see. So that is regarded as their sensation, you know. But in terms of analysis of, you know, beings, or yeah, that is why we discussed that when the Buddha was referring to the world or all, is referring to especially the experience of human beings, right? Not of animals and so on, you know, because even though they have their own brain to function, they have particular sensation, they are not in a position to decide between good and bad and choose the path of, you know, enlightenment and so on. They are basically, their life depends on the natural cycle, you see. But more or less, yes, they may not have exactly fully developed form of brain. Probably they have a particular kind of sensation and so on. But when you analyze things in this way, you would find that in the analysis, everything that exists come under the analysis of 5 aggregates. Okay, 5 aggregates. But of course,
Yeah,
even among the animals, human beings are regarded higher. Why? Because it is in the human beings that there is a possibility of, you know, following the path, becoming a Buddha or Arahant and so on. It's the human being born as a human being is regarded as precious, rare and precious. Any other question? We are going to end our class. Hmm?